today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mariota now to throw on first down. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
On second down, McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to happen?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Odafe Oweh able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Texans scoop it. So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
First carried out for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They go play action now. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, Week 6, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he stopped immediately there. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Now Mariota.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 22.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Hopkins with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackled by Jordan Willis. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. That would give to Taylor.
Taylor's got the first down and more,
as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. These two teams all tied after one.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, Taylor
finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The 3rd running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, 3rd most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He had the touchdown last drive, now up over 1,300 yards on the season, and still plenty of time in this game for him to keep those numbers climbing.
And I like the fact that it's a number that you're not worried about protecting. Because if you're trying to get around, if you're trying to get over 1,000 yards, you get a little nervous, right? At this point of the season, you have a few losses. Now you're back below 1,000. Here, you're just trying to climb a big-time total even higher.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Working with 2nd and 5 now. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he rifles one incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack. Put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Mariota's throw taken in by Edwards.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing is Mariota.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the gun, Mariota. Left side complete to Lockett.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and goal. Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Callaway, the return man.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
On 1st down, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
161 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 27, Mariota.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Quinn Miners, third-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Mariota now.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there. Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
Mario Addison in on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Callaway, the return man.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's caught. It's Williams. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now Wilson. Finding room to the 20. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Williams again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. From the 30 on 2nd down. Mariota, they'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. Now Mariota. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll throw again. Mariota able to hit his target, Lamb. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
152 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota. It's caught. Lockett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mariota to throw it. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Lockett with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense taking over again. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
Muscles him off. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They run it again with Williams. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlights. Tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Rocket, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well. In hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Mariota will look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he returns this to the 22.
And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The throw complete here to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. They go play action with Wilson.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And this is caught by Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new
touchdown, Texans. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of